Hi guys, we're back at Smash Fishing. We're down the beach today going foraging for pretty much anything. Hopefully we can find some scallops as well. There's a good chance at a brown crab as well. I found a lot on this beach. So fingers crossed when we get down there, there's some life around. It's Smash Fishing, baby. Woo! Got lobster, come on. Check that out. What a beast. First hole I come to on this beach. That's a keeper, that bad boy. I got here early today because I wanted to get to the holes. And lo and behold, we had a nice lobster. First hole of the day as well. Who would have guessed it? Not a very big claw on it, but the body on it is actually a pretty good one. As you can see, it's about 1 centimetre in, that lobster. What a keeper. First hole as well. Might be onto a good forage today. Nice little male. Hold on to that bad boy. What a cracking find. Couldn't believe that. First hole I've come to on this tide. What a beauty. Flat, calm day. Bit of a music festival on. Hopefully we can find some more stuff. Another hole just here. I'm just searching around all the lobster holes at the moment. Here it comes. Look at this. I'm pretty sure it's a brown crab. God, he's so strong. There he is. Yes. Look at that absolute beauty. Small claw on it, but that there is a chunk. What a crab. He was wedging himself so far in the rocks I couldn't get him out. They are so strong. Look at that. That's about 2 inches over the legal size limit, that. What an absolute chunker. I haven't found one like that foraging in ages. This beach has been getting better and better over the years. Happy days. Hopefully the next hole's got some decent stuff in it as well. I did not expect that today. What an absolute beauty. I don't have a knife with me today, so I'm trying to get him in my bag where he's not going to crush up my lobster. That is the last thing I want this thing to do. I knew it was something decent in that hole as soon as it was fighting the hook, and I just couldn't get it out. I think there's a female in here. There it is, look at that. Freshly molted female crab. That's what that big one was guarding. Just goes to show. They always protect each other. It's nice to see. Come on, what a forage. We got a big brown crab and lobster already. We've still got a few holes to go yet, and there's a little spot where sometimes I can find scallops. Nice. Still a long way of the tide going down yet as well. You can see loads of little mullet on the water surface. There's some bigger ones around the corner as well. Definitely getting to that time of year, mullet fishing. This is the big hole where I found a really good lobster last time. It's quite a deep hole, so there's a lot around here to explore. Nothing in there today, by the looks of it. A lot of time with that hole, you'll catch them at night time. They'll be leaving it, running down this stream. Often you can catch them out, but not today. It's amazing when you step into water like this. You've got to be very careful, because you'll get swept off your feet in a heartbeat. What a beautiful day to be out. It's so hot. Just having a little nose around for some scallops at the moment. We've still got a little while to low water, but still, it's still worth a little check around on the higher marks. There's a feisty little lady crab in there. Look at him go. I'm going to leave that crab there, guys. He's tucked himself in the rocks and I don't want him, so it's no point me dragging him out. Move on to bigger and better things. That is a beauty of a cockle, that. Big old clam. It's not what I want today, but cool to see. Cool to see nonetheless, that's for sure. I'll leave it down there. Hopefully the gilt heads don't get it. Oh, I thought we had a scallop then. Just the shell. They seem a bit few and far between today. Get this in this spot. Sometimes there's loads around, sometimes there's just not many. It's a nice Dulcinea clam there. Look at that. That's one of my favourite eating clams, that. I'm chucking down there in the deeper pool. Hopefully he survives and gets some more of them breeding on this beach. Check this out, guys. Just been mooching around the beach here. These are the giant sea hare eggs. And that big beast there is the giant sea hare. You can see the eggs coming out of it. I'm just going to leave it here next to the seaweed. That's where it was. So I look to my left and check this beast out. This is first scallop of the day, baby. Let's have them. And I looked up here before and look at that beauty. 2 more scallops, nice big ones. I'm trying to work between the music at the moment because there's a festival on. I'm going to end up getting demonetized if I'm not careful. So what I'm going to do is chuck these in the bag. Let's go searching for some more, baby. Nice. Look at that beast. Look at that. That one's probably a bit small, I reckon. I'm going to let that one go. I only heard that one because it was clapping. Just put it there, a little bit of seaweed over the top. Still mooching around at the moment because there's a good chance there'll be more. And like I say, there's a festival up here at the moment, so I'm trying to work in between the music. So obviously I'll get demonetized. Oh look, boom, just as we're talking, we got another one. That's a keeper. That's a nice scallop, that. That's 4 keepers down. Very nice. There's a little winkle in there as well. four scallops down, a brown crab and a lobster. This has turned out to be one hell of a forage. Couldn't believe it. I got down the beach, found a lobster instantly. We're loading up, baby. That's what we want to see. Hopefully we can continue. Let's go. Ooh, false alarm. Thought that was a keeper as well. I'm going to head right down the beach now, see if we can find any more little stragglers. I've had a good scan over this now. The problem is that when you got a lot of this green seaweed, you can't see them very well. So there's probably a lot more scallops here, but I'd spend all day trying to find them. That's why a lot of the time I'll just listen out for the claps or squirts of water. And they're quite loud, so they're hard to miss. If you see piles of weed like this, it's just a natural holding corner. These are the sort of places you want to get your hook and just rake around, because often the scallops will be balled up with them because they get washed up with the swell. You can find quite a lot of scallops doing it this way, especially after a big storm and a big swell. There can be scallops everywhere sometimes. But today we got a nice little feed. I'm definitely not complaining. Super beautiful day. Look at that. Not a cloud in the sky. Absolutely stunning. We've even got some seafood to go with it. A lot of shells on the beach at the moment. There's a lot of brown crab and spider crab. It's because they're molting. Every year it's like this. You see an increase in shells on the beach. There's not always ockies. Sometimes it's just them molting. Not really finding much else on this beach now. Been searching high and low, but got lucky at the start and then not much else. I've got the 4 scallops, 1 lobster, 1 brown crab. So there you go, guys. That's our foraging catch. Lovely lobster. I need to get these out of the sun soon as, but I'll be home in 5 minutes. But yeah, so hot today. Shellfish would die very quickly, hence the reason I had a load of seaweed. Oh, it's over there. A load of seaweed in my bag. It keeps them alive for a lot longer. But that there, I was very surprised to see a crab that size, especially in a hole. Beauty. Right, let's put these in the bag and we'll head home. Back in the kitchen, guys. I'm just boiling these bad boys up, and then we're going to make something with the scallops and the crab and lobster. Not really sure what yet. We are back in the kitchen from our nice little forage, guys. Yesterday I shucked the scallops. You see the size of the meat in some of these. They were huge. And we've got a nice little lobster here. I've saved the crab for the kids. I'm going to make some delicious little seafood skewers for lunch before I go back out. Delicious. Just going to get the meat out of the scallop lobster. As you can see, this lobster was absolutely packed with meat. Nice big chunk there. Just get the claw off. So all I'm going to do with this, guys, just make some nice little lobster nuggets just to put on the skewers, just like that. And we're going to go straight in the skewers like this. We're going to have scallop, lobster scallop. Just hoping the scallops don't fall off because they're quite a delicate meat. This is making my mouth water already. I reckon it's going to be delicious. Put a little bit of roe on. There wasn't much roe in these scallops. Only one of them had a nice orange roe. And there we go. That there is one delicious little lobster and scallop kebab. Just get the next one done. And we're in for a winner today. Oh yeah. Nice bit of lobster and scallop. You can't beat it. What a forage though. I didn't actually expect a lot on that trip. But it turns out it was great. We had plenty of scallops, nice lobster, and even a nice brown crab. Check that out. Perfect. That's all I'm doing with this. Very simple. Plenty sea salt, black pepper, we go in with some lemon and dill fish seasoning. I really like this stuff. It's very summertime sort of taste, very fresh. And that there is it. Ready for the oven. We'll stick it in the oven till the scallops are cooked. We're good to go. It was actually a bit of a nightmare on this trip with all the music playing. I was actually stopping and starting the camera every time the music stopped. So if I found a scallop, there's a couple of scallops on the video where I found them and just left them, waited for the music to stop, then I went and got them again. Because it's an absolute nightmare, otherwise I'll get demonetised. But hey, we managed to make a video out of it, so happy days. Check those little beauties out. Lovely delicious scallop and lobster kebabs. They smell absolutely amazing. Nothing fancy on them, just a little bit of seasoning. Yum. If I do say so myself, this looks absolutely delicious. I've just given the other one to my father-in-law. He's just got back from holiday, so he's due a little bit of fish. And I get the big one. Mmm. That lemon and dill seasoning certainly goes well with lobster and scallops. It's not an overpowering taste for the seafood. Perfect. Mmm. It was an interesting trip though. It's a shame there was so much music on because I couldn't film half as much as I wanted to. But it's really interesting to see. We're still seeing the giant sea hares and all the eggs. Usually it's start of summer that we see those, but they've been all the way through the summer this year. Whether that's got something to do with global warming, I have no idea, but yeah, very interesting. Mmm. Whoa, that's so tasty. You always find with lobsters, when you boil them and then cook them the next day, like in an oven or butterfly them or skewers, they're so much softer. There's not that toughness to them. I definitely prefer it. Mmm. That's super tasty. And those scallops, that super delicate white meat in the middle. Mmm. Oh, it's going to get polished off pretty quickly, this one. super light little meal before I head back out. I've been doing day and night forages at the moment, going every single low water. So I'm not doing any sort of big cook-ups, just little snack sort of things. I prefer it anyway, to be honest. That's so good. So I won't leave the video any longer, guys. I'm going to take this last bite. Then I'm off down the beach to hopefully find some more. I'm hoping for lobsters on the next trip, but who knows what we're going to find. I keep going out targeting things and finding all sorts of other stuff, so I'm trying not to target things now. I'm just going foraging, so stay tuned for the next episode. If you enjoyed the channel, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. If you want any merch, links in the description. There's plenty more to come. It's smash fishing, baby. Woo!